Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another week of Nexus Grain Market Updates. It is Wednesday morning, November 12, 11:25 a.m., and let's get to the markets. Presently, the price of corn is up a penny across my terminals. Price ranges of $3.91 to $3.98 across the Nexus terminals. Soybeans are up a couple of pennies at $10.49 to $10.54 across those same ranges of terminals. As prices stand right now, corn is about steady on the week. Soybeans are off a nickel on the week. Over a 3-week interval, corn's up 14 pennies, and the price of a bushel of soybeans is up 96 cents. So whatever got behind the soybean market continues to be behind the soybean market. There is a considerable amount of optimism in our outside markets with the reopening, restartup of the United States government. It's been down for quite some time. Again, you don't need to hear that from me. The outside markets actually are fairly strong. I've got metals up. I have the currencies are they're holding their own. U.S. dollar's a little bit weaker, and of course our equities markets are stronger. We all know that. What's really going on and what's really pushing our grain markets and the things to talk about? I'm going to start off with maybe a little more of a global event that there's a few people out there that like to discuss this. I don't mind bringing it up in my group when the opportunity emerges. We have right now a very well-developed La Nina. Okay, again, La Nina is a Pacific Ocean phenomena of upwelling of cold water in the equatorial region. The only thing I'm really going to tell you that is pretty much universally agreed upon is that this does disrupt the polar vortex and can cause extraordinarily cold winters, volatile type storms in the wintertime. We could be in for somewhat of a winter this year with that type of a pattern. South America, again, they're moving along okay. I wish I had more information to share with you about South America. Their planting season looks actually shaping up pretty good. One of the things that differentiates, there's two things that differentiate South America from North America. North America, we farm east to west. South America farms north to south. That's the first thing. Second thing is that one of the old expressions here in the United States, plant in the dust and the bins will bust. Well, that's not true in South America. South America, they seem to get along just fine if the soil's a little bit damp. So, a couple of things to take with you today. We are in the week right now, the 17th. WASDE has been called to come in and get some numbers out for us. It's been the early September since we've actually seen any real S&D numbers that we could work with as a trade group. Pretty much everyone's been relying upon just good old-fashioned information we pick up with what's being traded where, what's being shipped, where the basis is strong, where the basis is weak. By the way, that stuff doesn't work too bad. The WASDE report that we see, average number out right now is 184 bushels per acre. That's down a couple of bushels since Stone put their number out of 186. The range is fairly wide, kind of depends on what side of the fence you're standing on. I tend to align myself and my personal bias with producers, probably where I'm at and what I do for a living. My number, I think we're going to get to 181 bushels per acre as time progresses. Now that may take March, April, perhaps even into May before we really see a number printed that looks like that. But that is going to get, particularly with the current amount of usage we have with corn. Our corn market's very strong right now, cash corn market. That could certainly take our carryout and press it well below 2 billion bushels. That's not enough to take carries out of the market, but it will have a tendency to maybe flatten things out a little bit more from where we're at. The estimated corn carryout that is in print right now is 2.136 billion with corn, 304 with soybeans. Soybean market is a completely different animal. The two numbers that do not reconcile are the average carryout guess of I just told you of 304, and the fact that we are 163 million bushels below pace on our export shipments this year. As time progresses, that number will continue to climb. We could indeed actually see a soybean carryout somewhere on the order of 500 or plus. So as time goes forward, we're going to feel the impact of that. I have done some studies already looking at next fall of 26 corn and soybeans. Corn is still printing a lot better number than soybeans are agronomically. And I do believe that this is a really great time for producers to be looking at accumulator contracts for 26 production, perhaps even into 27 if you're willing to take on a very measured amount of risk. I'm going to splatter some of these numbers up here at the end of today's session. As far as export inspections, again, our corn market is really strong. We are above pace by 7% to hit the USDA's projected number. We are 213 million bushels above pace based on the export inspections report from the 10th. So export market looks pretty good. Top three buyers of United States corn: Mexico, Japan, and Colombia. So the soybean market again is lagging with the absence of China. Those that are buying our export soybeans: Mexico, Egypt, and Pakistan. One of the explanations I was given for such a strong export market in our corn is the fact that we do have an enormous amount of export capacity that's being underutilized, and we're out looking for business in that. That is an explanation for why we are probably shipping corn to destinations that we have in the past have not. So that is really about the wrap up with everything today. I want to thank all of you for your business. The season we're in right now, we are in a season where we have a considerable amount of still open grain that is coming to an end to decide whether corn, soy, particularly corn though, needs to be committed to a prior sale and a deferral if that's the case, or going into commercial storage. Thank you very much for everything. We have everybody pretty well wrapped up with harvest, and fortunately our bins are full, so we have a full marketing year ahead of us. So we'll talk to you later, and have a good one. Bye now.